Our desire to be opening and welcoming is also why our first public day begins with a children's opening. So tomorrow morning, this more than 300 school kids will take over this building. We're slightly scared, but we think we can go. And the idea is that they engage directly with the works and ideas on view. Alongside an expansive schools programme is our youth assembly. For 18 to 24-year-olds, it's already in place, they're already working and developing ideas. And the idea is that this assembly serves and leads the next generation of creatives here in the UAE. This intentionality and openness has shaped the very physical space that surrounds us. The building itself is extraordinary. The building itself is extraordinarily porous and open to public space on every side of the building. This openness was a key aspect of our conversations with Syri architects. And I should point out Chris. Where is Chris? From Syri, the architects behind this building. So I think Chris will tell you a lot more about the building during the tours afterwards. But the idea was that the Jemil Arts Centre really, I guess in your explorations, really looked at what was here in the UAE, and that the building is inspired and builds on these ideas of traditional architectural forms, including Sha'bi housing, where a series of rooms are built around a courtyard, and the Medina style of city planning with homes clustered together, emphasising community. The design very intentionally creates sightlines and opportunities for connections between galleries, and continually juxtaposes art with moments of repose and nature. The two wings of the building are wrapped by a shaded colonnade and sit adjacent to our sculpture park, which is a collaboration with Dubai Holding, and which was built to plans by Ibda Design, led by Wal Alawar, who's also here today somewhere. He's hiding. I'm down one more time. And this location on the creek, a bridge between the original heart of Dubai and the new developments, is a perfect setting, both for its natural beauty and for its symbolic moment and flow, echoing the movement of people and ideas here in the UAE. We are here because we want to have a maximum impact in a global city with a global public and to contribute to a local scene. Art Jemil has long been working in Jeddah, in Cairo, and internationally, in collaboration with organisations across the region and the world. The UAE, of course, has a vibrant art scene and many great cultural destinations. Many of you will be familiar, for example, with the encyclopedic museums in Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, the Sharjah Art Foundation, Louvre Abu Dhabi, and events like Dubai Design Week, Art Dubai, and Abu Dhabi Art. And we also have a highly engaged local public. However, there is a gap, and perhaps we can help fill that gap. We are in effect the first of our kind in the Gulf, a non-commercial, non-governmental private institution, but one with a purely civic mandate. As Art Jemil's first dedicated space, Jemil Arts Centre allows us to further our support for artists and creative communities by presenting dynamic, thought-provoking exhibitions and opportunities for research and debate. And a lot of this springs from the library, which is at the very heart of our organisation. So we're thrilled to be part of this dynamic, ever-growing scene, and we look forward to sharing everything with you. So welcome, you're the first guest to get to explore the museum, and we hope you'll enjoy everything today. Thank you so much.
شكرا أنطونيا. Thank you أنطونيا. قبل البدء بالجولات الصحفية أوجه تحية خاصة لفريق مركز جميل للفنون لجهودهم بجعل هذا المركز والحلم الحقيقي اليوم. And before we kick off with the press tours, I would like to thank Jamil Art Center team again, and would you please join me in a round of تبدأ الآن الجولات الصحفية، وقبل هذا أحب أن أنوه بأننا سنقوم بإضافة صور جديدة باستمرار ومعلومات وأخبار صحفية إلى الرابط الصحفي. إذا لم تكن قد تلقيت الملف الصحفي فيوجد توجه إلى مكتب الإعلام هناك. إذا رغبتم بإجراء أي مقابلات فورية يوجد تحدث إلى زميلنا فيصل. إذا كان حرف A موجود على خلف الملف الصحفي يرجى التوجه إلى كاترينا التي تجلس خلفكم عفوا. أما حرف B فيرجى التوجه إلى ساري هناك، وحرف C يرجى التوجه إلى اليسر، وحرف D يرجى التوجه إلى زينب. We will continue to be adding new images to the digital link, and if you have not received your press pack, please take one from the press desk there. We will be offering tours right now, but if you need any immediate interviews, please find our colleague Faisal there who will be able to assist you. For those of you with the letter A at the back of their folder, would you please find Katrina right behind you and Thomas, who will take you on your tour. If you have the letter B behind your folder, please find Sarah right there. Please follow Sarah. And for those of you with the letter C, please find Yusuf, and with the letter D, please find Zainab. Thank you very much for attending. شكرا جزيلا لحضوركم.
I'm sorry.
I will start right now for a tour inside the building. We'll see all of the art sections and whatever this building for. نبدأ الآن إن شاء الله معنا واحد يشرح لنا. We'll start now and there is someone from the from Jamil art team will explain to us everything.
Yes.
My name is Dawn. I manage the collection, the Art Jamiel collection, and the rooms that you're about to enter as part of an exhibition that's called Artist Rooms. These exhibitions are drawn largely from the Art Jamiel collection and include artists that maybe haven't necessarily had exhibitions in the region, could be the first time showing work. So we have 4 artists that we're showing on our first iteration of Artist Rooms, which includes Maha Malou, Munira Asso, Lala Rook, and Shaharu Shiota, which is actually up on the top level, so you'll be going there later. So if you just follow me around the exhibition. Maha is a artist based in Saudi Arabia. Her work reflects the vernacular visual culture of Saudi Arabia, and she is often sort of collecting works that are used or found in junk shops as well as construction sites. So behind me you can see some of the found pots that she's collected, which are part of Food for Thought, Al-Malakat 4. And then behind you is a series of chinko dishes that she's collected as well from various sites within Saudi Arabia. And a work that some of you might be more familiar with behind me is her work again, Food for Thoughts, which she uses as a base for the series, are various cassette tapes that have been collected, as well, which are by sermons by religious leaders for women, and these tape decks are stacked and they're beautifully framed within wooden sort of baking trays as well.
Okay, you can start.
Hi, welcome to the first exhibition. This exhibition is titled Artist Rooms. It is really drawn largely from the Art Jamiel collection. It includes solo kind of capsule exhibitions by influential, innovative artists with particular focus working on practitioners from the region. As I mentioned earlier, these exhibitions are drawn largely from our collection, includes works that are also loaned, as well as works that are kind of newly commissioned. For the first iteration, we have 4 artists that we're showing, which include Maha Malou, Munira Asso, Lala Rook, and on the top level, Shaharu Shiota. So if you follow me, this is the first room of Maha's work, which includes 3 works. Food for Thought, which is the work from behind you, which builds on traditional chinko dishes. And then the second work that we have, which is one of the larger installations that we have in the building, is behind you again, called Food for Thought, Al-Malakat 4. And these are dishes that she has collected in Saudi Arabia, in flea markets, junk shops, as well as construction sites. And they're pots that have been used and repurposed for the exhibition, and really looking at things that we once kind of hold dear to us are viewed as being precious, and then these sort of used within the exhibition to kind of give it back that value. And then a work that many of you might be familiar with is the series that she's done looking with tape decks. These include sermons by religious leaders for women, which have been stacked in beautiful kind of bread plates, which you see behind you.
Just gonna give them a quick Arabic brief. السلام عليكم، شكرا ان انتم معنا. رح نبلش اول شيء بغرف الفنانين. هاي اول غرفه اللي هي الفنانه مها ملوح. حاولت مها انه تجمع الجذور اللي وراكم من السعوديه حتى تبين كرم الضيافه في السعوديه، ونفس الشيء الصحون اللي موجوده. وعرضت كاسيتات كان قبل يسمعوها النساء في السعوديه. فهي بس حاعطيكم نبذه عن كل معرض عشان لان هي بس تتحدث بس بالانجليزي.
هلا وين
هذا رح نروح على الغرفة الثانية.